My story of building resilience and growth has been taking a leap of faith. I haven't necessarily had a plan on the other side of that step. I've just trusted that what I am going to step on will be a stone to success or a stone to fulfillment. I've experimented throughout the past decade with a number of different careers. So I worked as a journalist for 2 years, I worked in an investment bank, I worked as a stockbroker on a crazy trading floor, and all of those have been incredible experiences, but it's not been what I've always set out to do or what I've always wanted to do. So I've been performing on stages and in front of audiences since I was 4 years old, and I come from a family of artists who've always expressed themselves. So I've always wanted to do that from the offset. But life, circumstances, expectations have always either pushed me in another direction or told me that I have to conform to an outside expectation and not what I expect for myself or I want necessarily for myself. I ended up having a form of burnout living in Hong Kong as an expat, working a really high pressure career as a stockbroker and going out a lot and living that expat lifestyle without any rest. It completely burned me out. And that was the moment where I realized around me there was a lot of opulence, there was a lot of kind of material sense enjoyment, if you want to call it, but there wasn't any fulfillment at all. Without any concrete plan, I knew that this isn't where I want to be. I need to make a change. And to come back to the place of truth, I had to begin this excavation of stripping everything away before I could continue to grow. So I took it to quite an extreme length where I went and sat in a private 10-day silent meditation where I didn't have any contact with the outside world, and I was waking up at 4 a.m. and meditating till 9 in the evening, which was, I wouldn't say was an enjoyable experience, but was the greatest gift I could have given myself, because I came out the other side of those 10 days with some mental clarity. And then I ended up having an experience in India where I had a car accident and a near-death experience that kept me in India for another 2 months, where I was on my own. I shaved my hair off and I lost a lot of weight, and I came back to the bare essence of who I was, physically and spiritually, you could say. And then I came back to the UK and I thought, right, I'm ready to be an actor now. And I didn't look great for acting auditions with my hair shaved off and super skinny, and I had not really any contacts in the industry, but I trusted that I'd done the work on myself, I'd made my decision, I'd taken that faith. I just had to land on whatever was in front of me now. And I began working as extras on sets, doing student films, all sorts of things, dedicated to my craft, having a dedication to this craft, treating it as this living, breathing thing that I have to nurture. Sometimes we think that the leap of faith is the hardest thing, but once you're on the other side, you have to be willing to roll your sleeves up, get stuck in, and the energy that you put into something will be reciprocated to you. I knew and I know that if you keep putting yourself out there, applying for something or trying your luck with something or trying a new skill or anything, there is always growth on the other side of that. It's the fear within ourselves that we have to overcome. I may have come to my art and where I am right now in a roundabout way, but I have some incredible stories to tell as a result of having a lot of failures and having a lot of tribulations and going down a couple of dead ends. Yeah, building resilience is not easy, and sometimes you might reach a fork in the road and you don't know which direction to take, and one might lead you down a dead end which you might have to burrow through to get back onto the other path. So I know that no matter what comes my way, along with that resilience, there has to be a trust that there will be something better on the other side, and know that if you don't try, then you won't know.